welcome back to What I Eat in a Day. This is actually part 2, so my second meal of the day. And I am a 50-year-old woman in perimenopause. So I am sharing how I have been managing my weight. I did share I'll put it up there. I shared that I did gain about 13 pounds slowly in the last year due to perimenopause. So this is what I'm sharing, what I have been eating exactly, the meals exactly each day. Okay, so I already filmed my first and shared my first meal, which was sort of a chia porridge type, no oats, overnight oats. So this is actually the second time I eat, and I say time because this is not always lunch, and just like my first meal of the day is not always breakfast, because I'm practicing the intermittent fasting, which I do really a little bit of probably intermittent fasting every day, but I do the cycling of the intermittent fasting with my menstrual cycle that I am still having technically, but I am also have the IUD, so I don't always cycle normal. Okay, so let's get started. So this is a smoothie. Now I want to share that I don't always do it as a smoothie. Sometimes I just get a large mason jar and I just stir it up, or I do it like in a shaker bottle and I just stir it up because I just don't feel like getting the blender out. So you could do it either way. You can just stir it. Now this smoothie does not have a banana. I will use some blueberries, frozen blueberries, or frozen strawberries. When I am carb cycling with my cycle, I follow Fast Like a Girl, Miss Mindy Pels. I also will cycle in maybe a banana. I do love a banana in my smoothie because we all know it just makes it nice. But since I'm on lower carb, I'm not doing a banana. So we're just going to do some frozen fruit. So let's get started. So I do about 12 ounces of liquid, but you can do less or more. I like a big smoothie, but I'll start out with probably about maybe 5 ounces of this, maybe close to 8. I just use an almond milk. I know I'm really trying to get away from the almond milk. I don't like all the ingredients in it, but at the moment I don't drink milk. I do dairy, but I'd like to just use this. It also helps with cutting down calories. Okay, then I am been doing a kefir. I love this. This is the Lifeway kefir to get our probiotics. This is important for us ladies. And it also gives me another 10 grams of protein. I might not put a full cup in, but this is also the one that does not have sugar in it. You have to be careful because some of the flavor ones have a lot of sugar. So then I'll just look at my ounces and I'll add probably about a cup. So I get it close to about 12 ounces on my blender measuring. Okay, so this is great, you guys. We got to get the probiotics for our gut health, which is so important when we are on this menopause journey. Okay, then we talked about how I also add this into my first meal of the day. I also use a little bit more here, you guys, because again, I just need more. We need more protein. So I probably put a full serving in here, whereas as my morning or first meal of the day, I just maybe do sometimes a half a serving, just again to kind of round out my calories. I like this Isopure. Talked about this before. None of these items, this video is not sponsored in any way, but I love this Isopure because there's nothing else in it, just whey. So whey protein isolate and soy lecithin. That's it. So this is a great one, you guys, because I actually steered away from protein powders for a long time and just started making my own. But this is handy, okay, convenient. And for a vegetarian like myself, I'm always needing to just get as much protein as I can. And remember, as a trying to build muscle and in perimenopause, we want to try and hit that 1 gram per pound of protein. Okay, so we just get it in where we can. Now, someone who's eating meat, it's probably not an issue. If you're eating a couple of times, 2-3 times a day, you can hit that protein easily with meat, but we're doing without. So, okay, then I am going to add in more PB2. You guys know I am obsessed with peanut butter, but to cut down on calories, I use the PB2 because I want that peanut butter taste, but not all the calories. And you guys know I put it in my first meal, so I really have to watch the peanut butter. So I put also about 2 tablespoons of the PB2. It makes it creamy, it gives it a little sweetness, and it also has some protein as well. Okay, cinnamon. You guys know I put cinnamon in everything. I don't know, I love it. It tricks our taste buds, makes things taste sweet. So it's good, and it's good for us. I don't know the quality of this cinnamon. I've read some research on this might not be even real cinnamon, but we're going with it today. Okay, so also I am going to be adding in maca. I have shared my experience with maca. We love maca. I swear by maca. I believe that I don't and haven't suffered. I have suffered all menopause symptoms. You guys know this. I've done a video on all of them. I have all of them except for hot flashes that I've had them, I get them, but they're mild and I don't get them very often. And I swear it's because I've always taken this maca. So I add the maca powder to my smoothie, 1 tablespoon a day. Like I said, guys, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know if that's for sure, but why do I have every other symptom except for that, okay? So that could be that this helps to balance out the hormones. And I buy this from, I got it on Amazon. It's this Food to Life, and it is organic gelatin. This is the gelatin. I cannot say that, you guys. Gelatinized maca powder. Supposedly the gelatinized is easier on the stomach. Okay. So that's it. Then I am going to add in a little bit of blueberries. I've been on the blueberry kick. You guys saw I put the blueberries also. I just put a little bit just so we get that frozen kind of ness in there. And again, you could just do this in a jar and then don't do the fruit and the ice. Sometimes I throw in a little, couple strawberries if I'm feeling it. Just again for that icy texture, and we're getting another fruit serving, right? Okay, and I am going to add in a little bit of ice just to get it. Oh my gosh, you guys. My ice machine, I don't know what it's doing, but it's not working. Okay, I just put like 3 or 4 ice cubes in just because I think that also, if you want it icy, creamy, smoothie-ish, okay? But if you don't, like I said, this is fine in just a jar. And then if I do it in just a jar and not a smoothie, I'll sometimes add like a little pack of the like instant coffee. I have to do decaf. That makes it kind of like a, I don't know, protein smoothie, coffee protein smoothie. Okay, so that's it, guys. And then we're just going to blend this up. I'll cut the sound out, but I'm going to blend it. If we turn the blender on. Okay. And I forgot, if you want it to be another flavor and you want it chocolatey, which I love the chocolate, you can add a chocolate in with this as well. Sometimes I have to just feel it. So sometimes I start and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll add some chocolate. Okay, there we go. Add this up. A little more. I don't like mine too. Okay, and that's it, you guys. I don't like mine too blended. I like it a little thick, chunky. Okay. All right, so let's see how it looks. We're going to use our mason jar, and we are going to pour that in. Yum. Yum. Okay, and I didn't share, if you do like it a little, like a touch of sweetness, this is probably enough, but you can also do 1 pack of Splenda, which sometimes I want it a little sweeter, and I will do that. Other than that, that's it. Thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll put the ingredients in the bottom. a whopping 42 grams of protein, because we've got the probiotics that gives us 10, we've got this that gives us 25, so there's 35, plus the maca has some protein, and this has 6 grams because we put 2 tablespoons. So yeah, we almost have, I'm gonna say close to 40, probably about 42. That is a good meal. That's what we should be aiming for. 30 to 40 is what I have been shooting for, which has what allowed me to drop those pounds that I gained. Just want to add, you guys, too, this smoothie, use this as your base. What we talked about with all of our ingredients in the blender, you can always top it off and change it. We added the chocolate to make it more chocolatey. Different fruits, going to give it a different flavor. Also, I like to add some hemp seeds or some of that shredded coconut for topping. So you can really change it up. This, I feel, gives us so we don't get too sick of the same thing. So use the recipe as a base, but you can always add the toppings. I just want to put a little mental note about toppings, though. You saw in my first meal, I do measure out the peanut butter, the yogurt, and really anything I top with, because I do feel like we can get a little out of hand with the toppings. And we also want to remember, it's not about counting every calorie, but it's also about, and I believe quality of calorie is much better, and you can always get away with having a lot more quality calories than not so good quality calories, but we still want to be in somewhat of a deficit to lose weight. So just a little reminder.